I found out nobody could hear me for some reason. Okay, so this is Friday 10 a.m. strength. Today, in an effort to just keep it mixed up, we're going to do minute intervals of exercises. So we've got 10 exercises that we'll do for a minute each, and we'll do 2 rounds. So it'll be a total of exactly 20 minutes of strength. In fact, it'll be a little bit less than a minute for each one because we'll have to transition to the rest. But just know that we're going to just kind of move right from one to another, so it'll help get our heart rate up too. We're going to start with a little bit of a dynamic warm-up, and just make sure if you've got the option of a couple different weights that you've got a couple different weights near you, and I'll try and offer alternatives for all these. But just remember, the most important thing is no sharp pain, no popping and clicking. You always want to modify or even completely stop an exercise if you feel either one of those things. Okay, so we're going to start with just a standing crunch. So get nice and solid in your midsection and really make this a deliberate movement. So as you're crunching, it's not just not really thinking about it. It's a deliberate movement where you're really contracting these muscles to the middle of your body. Few more of these. Last one. Okay, we're going to go into our good morning. So nice deep bend in the knees, hands behind the head, flat back, squeeze your behind to bring you up. Really focus on keeping your back flat. Two more. Okay. Thumbs pointed up. Stand up nice and straight. Shoulders roll back and down. Make sure there's no swinging. This is a nice deliberate movement. Same thing with thumbs pointed down. Okay, hinge forward, thumbs out. Neutral neck and thumbs pointed in, same thing. Okay, and then we're going to do just little half squats. So we're not getting deep into the movement. Instead, we're going to focus on a little bit of speed. So go about halfway down and come up, kind of a fast tempo. Couple more. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the workout, and we're starting with forward backward lunges with our right leg. So what we're going to do, our left leg is going to stay still. We've got a couple options. You can either just lunge up and down here, or you can step forward and back, forward and back. Or maybe you just step back, kind of an in-between. $20 more seconds here. In 5 seconds, get ready to go down to the mat. Okay, let's go straight down for donkey kicks with our left leg. Really pull in the belly button and squeeze the leg at the top. And hold at the top and pulse. Okay, couple options here. Come into a plank and maybe just hold right here in a plank. You can even come down to your knees, or you can do an up and down plank. Come down on one side and then the other. Or you can come down to your knees, kind of an in-between. So if you're holding your plank, just really focus on form. Pull your belly button in, push back through your heels, lift up through your chest. Ten more seconds here. Okay, grab your weight, stay on the floor. We're going to go into a chest press. So remember, at the top of this movement, you've got a tiny bend in your arms, and then you're just lightly touching your arms to the mat at the bottom. "20 more seconds here, and then we're going to hop up and do the other leg. Okay, come right up. Lunges on the other side. So this time we've got our right leg forward. And again, we can stay right here and just lunge up and down, or we can lunge forward, step, lunge back. So if you're doing this forward, backward lunge, what you really want to focus on when you get to the front is push off that heel to come back. So you don't want to push off the toe. That puts a lot of pressure on the knee. But don't be afraid to stay right here. "15 more seconds here, and then we're going into donkey kicks on the other side. Okay, and down to the mat. Donkey kicks with the left leg. Yeah. Keep the belly button pulled in nice and tight. And hold at the top and pulse. 5 more seconds here. Okay, grab one weight and come up for single arm rows. So let's start with our right leg, or right arm, just so we're on the same side. You can either support yourself on your left knee or get on a piece of furniture and lean on the furniture. Either way, your back should look like my back, nice and flat, no rounding. Fifteen more seconds here. Okay, single arm row, other side. Make sure you've got a nice flat back. Remember those muscles that hug the spine. Pull them in nice and tight all the way around the trunk of your body. Fifteen more seconds here. Okay, and come down to the mat. Okay, so let's really engage our muscles that support our pelvis to help tilt our pelvis up. If we get weak, we put our hands under our hips. To start with, we're just going to do a little crunch, a good old-fashioned crunch. So as you do these, lift your chin towards the ceiling, not towards your knees. Keep that pelvic tuck. So either stay here or bring the soles of your feet together, drop your knees apart, and we're going to come into butterfly sit-ups. If you can't keep that pelvic tilt, you don't want to do these. 10 more seconds here. Okay, now we're going to come into a leg hover. Again, you have the option to put your hands under your hips if you have trouble engaging those muscles and getting the pelvic tilt. So either automatically, if you put your hands under your hips, that tilts your pelvis and it takes pressure off of your lower back. So that's always a safe backup plan. But if you can tilt the pelvis using these muscles, that's a more long-term solution. And bring the feet flat on the floor, and we're going to go into shimmies. Rocking side to side, touching left hand to left ankle, right hand to right ankle. If this doesn't feel good, put your hands behind your head, same thing. 10 more seconds here, and we're on to round 2. Okay, come up for those forward backward lunges. So our standing leg is our left leg. Again, you can kick this right leg back and just do a static lunge up and down. Or you can step forward, push off the heel, step back. You can do a stagger step where you pause in the middle of the movement, or you can make it a little bit more challenging and step straight through. Or maybe you just do the reverse lunge. It's a little bit less strain on your knees than the forward lunge. "15 more seconds here, and we're back into donkey kicks. Okay, down for donkey kicks. You're on your left knee, right leg up. Squeeze at the top, pull the belly button in, and hold there. Okay, next one, hold at the top and pulse. Ten more seconds here. Good, bring it down. Okay, we're back to either just our plank. So remember, in a plank, push the heels back, pull the belly button in, lift the chest forward, make sure the hips aren't sagging. You could stay right here, or if you want to drop down on one forearm and the other, just make sure if you're doing these, you're switching sides that you drop down on. You can always come down on your knees and find a good in-between. Ten more seconds. Okay, on your back for chest press. So remember, weights in line with the midline of the chest. Make sure you have a tiny bend in your arms at the top of the movement. Don't let your arms linger on the floor. You lightly tap the floor, go right back up. Twenty more seconds here. Last one. And come up. Legs on the other side. So this time we're standing on the right leg. We've got the option of just static lunges here, or we step the left leg forward, push off the heel, step back. Remember, you're pushing off the heel. The knee never goes past the toes. And again, you can stay right here. Just really focus on the squeeze, focus on your form, and you'll get a ton out of it this way. 20 more seconds here. Last one. And donkey kicks. So we're on the right knee, left leg up. Keep that belly button pulled in. Try not to round your back as you pull that knee in. Try and keep a neutral back the whole time. And hold at the top and pulse. Squeeze. Five more seconds and we're coming up for single arm rows. Okay, grab a weight. We're going to start on the right arm first. So remember, regardless of whether you're propped up on your knee or a piece of furniture, your back is flat and straight. Make sure that shoulder is rolled back and down. Ten more seconds here. Okay, other side, left arm. So again, flat back. Hug all those core muscles in to support the spine. And remember, we're not trying to get our elbows as high as possible. We're getting our elbows as high as we can with keeping our shoulder pulled back and down. Check in with that back, make sure it's flat. 10 more seconds. Almost there, 2 minutes after this. Okay, weight down on your back. We're gonna start with those crunches. This time, unless if this hurts your inner thighs, feet together, knees apart. And remember, we're lifting straight towards the ceiling. And we've got our knees apart like this to deactivate our hip flexors, because that's what we tend to lead with on a lot of exercises, a lot of core. So either stay here or come into these butterfly sit-ups. If this feels like a strain on your lower back, please stay with the crunches. Three seconds. Okay, leg hovers. So reminder, either tilt the pelvis using your muscles or your hands. Either way, make sure that that tailbone is really kind of lifted up off the floor. That helps press that middle part of the back into the floor, which stabilizes the spine. And shimmies. Feet flat, rock to one side and the other, or bring your hands behind your head. Last 20 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one, and you're done. Good job. Okay. Go ahead and come up into a low lunge. Step your left foot forward. We're going to have two 90-degree bends with our legs and tilt the pelvis under. You should feel a nice, good stretch down the front of this right leg. And then from here, you can either stay here, or if this feels good, kind of lean into it and pull back a little bit, but keep that pelvic tilt. And other side, same thing. Tilt the pelvis and then stay here, or you're just gently rocking in and out of it. Okay, either come all the way to a seated position, or if it feels okay, sit on your heels, bring your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders back and down. So if this is inaccessible to you, like when you grab your hands behind your back, your shoulders really wind up tight around your ears, bring one hand to the floor or both hands to the floor. Let me sit like this. You'll have to sit unless if you're closer to the ground than I am on my heels. Walk both of your hands close together behind you on the floor, because what you really want to do is focus on keeping the shoulders back and down. That's what makes this an effective stretch. You can even bend your elbows back away from your body a little bit. Okay, and then stack your left knee over your right knee. Sit up nice and tall. You may have to extend this right leg straight if it feels too tight to have it bent. And then you can kind of lean forward and back if this is accessible to you. Okay, then bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand comes behind the back and twist. Press into that left hand to help lengthen your spine here. That really makes the rotation come from that middle part of your spine where we're really trying to rotate. And other side, same thing. So right knee on top of left knee, straighten the left leg if you need to, sit up nice and tall, and then either stay here or maybe gently lean forward and back. Okay, and then left hand to the right knee. Left hand comes in close, wait, no, that's my right hand. Right hand comes in close behind your body, press into the mat and up to twist your spine. Good, and slowly unwind. Okay, so if your heart rate is really still elevated, then I want you to just sit here and lean forward for a hamstring stretch. If your heart rate has slowed down enough, because otherwise we're kind of dropping our heads below our hearts, then you're just going to come to a standing position and come into a little gentle forward fold. And try, just experiment with maybe rotating the toes in a little bit and see if you can get a little bit more of a stretch on the outsides of the calves. And slowly come up. Y'all did awesome. Don't forget, we have Sunday morning gentle yoga at 10 a.m. and we've got tons of recorded classes now on the website. So make sure to check that out. If you're having trouble figuring out where they are, message me and let me know. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you Sunday morning.